Hi guys, it's a continuation of last HQL video what I explained last. So in last video what I explained, the last thing what I explained how to use named placeholder. So like our SQL is like that, there is a little bit explanation about the last video. So we have the SQL from employee where ID is equal to user ID and first name is equal to first name. So this user ID and first name, it's a named placeholder. So in last video we already see that how we are going to replace that value, and so like whatever user ID we have here, same thing we are going to replace here, and whatever is specified value employee ID is there, those things we need to supply here. And same thing for first name, so like it's a named placeholder first name, and that for information I need to attach with the first name, so like that. And then if we run that code, it's going to fetch that record is specified ID record and first name. So first name is specified as a Manish and the user ID is specified as 5. So it's saying that the record size is 1 and the employee record is having what is specified, like user ID is equal to 5 and first name is equal to Manish. So these are the explanation what I explained in the last video. So in this video what I'm going to explain about pagination concept, how to use this, and then something more. So first I'm going to explain about pagination. So pagination means, suppose we are going to fetch a record, we need to change in SQL query. So like we are going to fetch all record, but what I'm specifying that I want to fetch in each hit of that next button, whatever we are having normally on the UI. We are going to fetch 2 record. So how we can fix this? We can specify pagination like setting the first result and max result. So max result is our limit, how many record I want to fetch it. So let's do this. Query dot set first result. So like first result I started with 0, and then query query dot set max result. So in each hit I want to fetch 3 record. So it's going to fetch 1, 2 and 3. So let's see how many record is going to fetch. I run that query, so it's going to fetch 1, 2, 3. So here whatever I specified in the max limit, that is the limit of record what I want to fetch for each execution. So like suppose here we are change it 4. So if we run that code, then we see here is the 4 record, and the first one in the fetch result from which record I want to start. So like the max result, it's a limit, and the first result from which row of record I want to start. So like if here we change, we got the 4 record. If we start from 0, then it's starting from 1. So like first row, the index 0. So like if we start from 5, then what we can say 4. So it's saying that I will start from fourth record entity, but we will fetch that 4 result. Like the limit of record what I want to fetch, it's 4, but I want to start from 4th also. So you see, you started from 4th, you started from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So like we received the 4 records. So 4 record what I received from here, it is the limit of max result. Max result is going to say how many record we need to fetch it. And set first result is saying in a result set from which entity, from which row of result we need to start displaying it. So like 4 to 4, 8, we need to run again. So like we got 8 record, but suppose here I start like 6. We have total 8 records. So based on this query, we need to fetch 6 from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need to fetch from 7, 8, 9, 10 record. But what happens if the record is not available in a result set? Then it going to at last it going to fetch those record which is already available in the result set. So like in this case is going to fetch 7 and 8. So here we are seeing we got 2 result, 7 and 8. So I think now we are knowing about how to set the navigation. So let's do again. Maybe some doubt is there, so we need to clarify it. From 0 to 4 means first 4 record. So here we are seeing first 4 record we got it. Now the next 4 record, how to get it? From 5th. So start from 4th again. So we received from 5th to 8. So like again if we change something like we are changing 6, then it's going to fetch 7, 8, 9, 10. But what happened, 9, 10 is not there. So it's going to fetch whatever result is available in a result set. So run it, is going to fetch 7 and 8. And let's check one more thing. What if we specified like 8, so it's going to fetch from the 9th, but it's not there. So what we are going to receive? We are going to receive it's not fetching any record because it's not there, so it's not fetching it. So these are the explanation about navigation, how we are going to navigate next by next. Because nowadays in all the UI part we are having the next option. So these next option we are going to achieve through this only. So let's say how we are going to update the record using HQL. Let's change the SQL. So I'm going to update the record based on the user ID. So let's change that related code. So like okay, fine. So here query dot set here I'm going to update the record for first name. We are going to hard code like we can say Manish updated. Then for the user ID, so like set long. We need to put that named placeholder, and here we are saying suppose 5, like we can say employee ID. So there is a in database, we need to check it what is there earlier. So for the 5th we can say there is a Manish is there. So now it's going to update it. So we I wrote the query like that, money is updated. So first name is going to display like money is updated. So let's do one more change. Int result is equal to query dot execute update. So it's going to return me the number of affected rows. Number of rows updated is equal to this code is not required to display, so just comment this. Now if I'm going to run this, so you see the number of rows updated 1, and if I go there and select the record again, then here we are seeing for the fifth record money's got updated. So we are seeing that update, how we can update the entity using HQL. Let's do delete the record using HQL. So first we need to change that SQL. I already wrote that SQL. Delete from employee where ID is equal to user ID. So there is one change is required here. I change it. Then again number of rows updated, number of rows affected. So if I run that code, then what we'll see, now it's going to delete the record. One record got affected, and what record is got affected? For the record ID money is updated, same record I'm going to delete it. So now I think it's gone. We need to check it. So let's select. So like you see, like 4, after 4 there is a 6 is there. So means fifth record got deleted from database. So these are the B's is there. So in this lecture what we learned, like navigation, and then how to update the record using HQL, and then how to delete the record using HQL. The insert query I'm not going to explain now. We'll see if time is there, then I will explain separately, because to teach you clearly maybe it will take some time to explain the entire thing. Basically that insert into, we are going to, we can't specify the record for this first name, last name and salary from outside. So what happened, from other select statement we are going to fetch it and we are going to dump it here. So those things I will explain later, but in this lecture what we see, like navigation, how to delete the record, how to update the record. So for this lecture, this one only. Thank you so much.